Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to Formula Amateur, where today we'll be talking all about the top F1 headlines that have been happening during this spring break. So let's get into it, shall we? So before we start, I would like to talk about the fact that there has been an absolute tragedy that occurred uh, in the world of the NLS, the GT racing at the Nordschleife. A man named Juha Mettinen passed away in a horrific accident involving 7 cars, leaving people injured. He was the only one that passed away. They tried to resuscitate him, but unfortunately they were unsuccessful. He was a private driver for a BMW team, and unfortunately he did not make it, but everyone has showed their respect before qualifiers for the 24-hour race during this weekend, and I would just like to send my condolences to his loved ones. So let's start with some of the headlines. First of all, Dorian Part, the 2025 Formula One Academy driver, has made her maiden appearance in a Formula One car, the first Formula One Academy driver to former or current to ever take part in a Formula One private test. She got to go out with the Mercedes team in Silverstone, and she seemed to have enjoyed it. She did a few laps around the track, and she had a lot of messages from other people, such as Susie Wolf, encouraging her to do her best and enjoy the time that she gets in the car. And hopefully there will be more instances where we will see women in Formula One, because after 76 years, it's about time we see more. In the next news, Giampiero Lambiase is set to leave Red Bull at least by 2028, before the 28 season, because he is to join McLaren. So he is set to start a new role there. Apparently, he did ask Max Verstappen, as he is his race engineer, if that would be okay with him to do. And Max said, of course, because he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want to be a stop for him during any point in his career, and he fully respects the decision that he made for himself. And I think it's actually quite sweet that he had to ask Max if it will be okay for him. So he is set to join McLaren in 2028 to relieve Andrea Stella of certain aspects of his role, so he can fully on being the team principal, and he will focus more on the race direction, sporting direction sort of area. So good luck to him. We don't know anything about when his gardening leave will start, how long it will last, things like that, but hopefully soon we'll find out more. And thirdly, Matteo Binotto is stepping in as team principal at Audi following the leave of Jonathan Wheatley, who for personal reasons has left the team only a year into his job. It's a shame to see him go, but people said that they were not surprised. It was quite a big change for him to go from living in the UK to moving to Switzerland, especially that apparently he has a very young family, so leaving them behind must have been really hard for him. So he decided that it's best for him to leave, and Matteo Binotto is, at least in the interim, if not permanently, the team principal in charge of the team. He has been team principal before at Ferrari, so we'll see how it goes for Audi. Teo Komatsu has said that he is not worried about losing Oliver Behrman. He is proud of the performance and his ongoing learning from being a Formula One driver, a rookie last year. This being his second season, he's shown a tremendous improvement from race to race, but He said he's not worried. He expects it to happen because he is a Ferrari Driver Academy member. So if a place at Ferrari does open up, most likely it will go to Oliver Bearman. So he is set to go there probably at some point, but not right now, as right now their driver lineup are Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. But they are keeping a close eye at Ollie. He said that Ayao Komatsu has said that it is important to control what you can control in the moment. So he is just working on constantly improving with Ollie, and hopefully this will be a positive thing in the future, but he is just taking advantage positively of the positive results that are going on at Haas right now. They are fourth in the championship right now, with Ollie collecting all but one of the points for the team so far in the 3 races that we've had. Obviously, at this point, we would have had 5 races. We've only had 3 due to the conflict going on in the Middle East. But it still, it gives teams an opportunity to learn from what they've done so far and see how they can improve, which is a good thing, especially for those who are struggling, such as Aston Martin, quite notably. Which leads me on to the final piece of news, and that's that Lance Stroll has took part in a race at the GT Endurance Championship at Paul Ricard, and it did not go to plan. He was in a 3-person team, and all the drivers had gone and got themselves penalties for the team, ultimately accumulating to 100 seconds of penalties, which is not ideal. They qualified 16th, which is pretty good. There were 49 cars taking part, but due to all the penalties, they ultimately finished the race in 48th position. So it was not an ideal outing. If they do continue to use that lineup, including Lance Stroll, let's hope that it'll go and turn out more successfully for him, because you can only go up from here. So let's hope another time will be a better time. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Formula Amateur. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my lovely colleagues on the Be the Change Media Network. Don't forget to check out BeTheChangeMediaNetwork.com for all of your podcast, blog, video needs. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and join me next weekend for another exciting episode. So have a lovely week. Goodbye.